In case you have not cleared your CA Foundation or CA Inter exam, I can guarantee it is probably due to these reasons. Mistake number one, last minute studies. I have noticed that students don't prepare a proper timetable for studying law and they start preparing only 15 to 20 days before the exam. See, this may work for a few students, but it does not work for all. So, determine your strengths and your weaknesses and start studying at least 2 to 3 months before the exam. 15 to 20 days before the exam should be kept for revision and not for studying. Mistake number two, writing less content. Students, your answer should be divided into provisions, facts, analysis and conclusion. Maximum marks are allotted to provisions and analysis. मैंने बहुत सारे पेपर्स देखे हैं जहाँ पर स्टूडेंट्स फैक्ट्स ऑफ द केस में पूरा क्वेश्चन इतने डिटेल में लिख देते हैं. आप भले ही उसको ओन वर्ड्स में लिख रहे हो, बट दैट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. नो मार्क्स आर गिवन फॉर राइटिंग फैक्ट्स ऑफ द केस. इट इज प्योरली paper presentation. Maximum marks are allotted to provisions and analysis. In the provisions part, you will write all the theory points related to the question, including section number, name of the case law. You can also write it in point format, but ensure that you write at least 4 to 5 provisions in that. Analysis mein you're actually providing solution to the question. So maximum marks are allotted to analysis and provisions. So manage your answer length well, write more content, and for a 3 to 4 mark question, I think half page to 3/4 page is sufficient, but for a 6 mark question, you need to write at least 1 page to 1.5 page. I totally agree that you don't have time to write such lengthy answers, but that is where writing practice will help you. So ensure that you write and practice at least 2 to 3 questions from every unit so that you are prepared well for the main exam. Mistake number 3, not solving question and answers. What students normally do, पूरा chapter या पूरा act खत्म होने के बाद they will solve the questions. Now imagine studying 9 units in the contract act and then solving questions. You will not be able to solve even a single question because provisions याद ही नहीं आएंगे आपको. The ideal strategy is to attempt the questions immediately after studying one unit. So if you finish one unit of, let's say, contract act, immediately go and solve questions. Now, where will you find these questions? So students, we have a law compiler. It is available for foundation as well as inter. It consists of all the past exam questions, study material, RTP, MTP questions arranged unit wise with proper full length answers as expected in the exam. So after you finish a chapter from our concept book, immediately go and solve these questions from the compiler. I'm not asking you to solve each and every question. मैं ये नहीं बोल रही हूँ कि सारे questions लिख के practice करो, but go through all the questions and write in brief that I'm going to cover these points, I'm going to explain these points in the answer. At least attempt 2 to 3 questions from the compiler. Compiler में से कोई भी 3 random questions. I always tell my students कि आप अपनी मम्मी को बोलो that you select 3 questions and that will become like your test paper and attempt those 3 questions. But ma'am, who will check these questions? How will we come to know? So students, even if you are doing self-study or you have joined some other coaching, don't worry, send these questions to me for checking. I will check them and give my feedback. So you can connect with me on my WhatsApp. It is 965 344 7150. I have also given the number in the description box. Send your paper for checking, send your answers for checking. कोई problem नहीं है. आपको अगर feedback चाहिए, please feel free to connect with me and send your papers. Okay, I will not object. Even if you're not my students, I will give my feedback to you, and that's a guarantee. So that was mistake number 3. They don't solve question and answers. Mistake number 4 which you must have made is study from the ICAI study material. See, I'm not saying that it is not good, but for law it is not a book that you can memorize. So you need something which will simplify the concepts, which will help you to memorize the concepts. So students, in case you wish to purchase such easy notes, you can refer my concept book. Link is in the description box. If you have studied from study material and you feel that, ma'am, I was not able to attempt the paper because I couldn't remember and recall those provisions, it is probably because you have not been studying from the right material. And mistake number 5, ask yourself, did you write and practice the provisions? Did you write and practice question answers? Did you attempt at least one prelim paper? If the answer is no, then that is your mistake. So students, write and practice as much as you can. Okay, we have a writing practice batch for CA Foundation students. We have a chart book which has all the concepts in it. It's like a summary book, and after the chapter we have space for writing practice. After we discuss the provisions and we write in practice, then we will give you question and answers as homework which you will attempt and send it to us for checking. तो इतनी प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगी आपकी कि इस बार आपको पास होने से कोई नहीं रोक सकता. So sit and analyze your mistakes, see where you went wrong, and in case you need any help, any guidance, please feel free to connect with me. Don't hesitate. Even if you have not purchased our lectures or books, you are a totally new student, we will be very glad to help you. So please don't hesitate. If you need some mentoring, if you need a holding hand, just get in touch with us. The description box mentions our WhatsApp as well as the calling number. So feel free to contact us and let us work together so that you can clear the exam in your next attempt. Alright students, so sit and analyze your mistakes, work on those mistakes, work hard, go with proper planning, and I'm sure you will be able to crack it in the Jan attempt.